Hey guys, I'm setting my timer here. It's Dr. Lograno, and if you can or will allow me 5 minutes to just discuss the big holiday that's coming up, and hopefully you find this helpful. I want to discuss the holiday both from a conceptual standpoint and just from a practical standpoint and some tips. So first, conceptually speaking, let's really think about the holiday and its origins to begin with. Okay, so it started 400 or 500 years ago where people were given thanks that they even had food. And the idea was to eat a lot before the winter set in, where people would, essentially be starving. They would be going into fat burning like we were designed to do. And this way, when the spring rolled around again, they'd be lean and mean and ready to till the fields and hunt if necessary. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, we don't have that happen anymore. But we don't even have to go back 400 to 500 years. If you just go back 40 years, okay, when I was younger, I mean, Thanksgiving literally was the one day that we saw a lot of food. It was not like that day in and day out. And nowadays, it's like we have Thanksgiving 30 times a year in all different forms, whether it's the other holidays, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, communions, anniversaries, Super Bowl Sunday, Daytona 500, all these are just food fest. So the significance of us just, it's a day to, eat. If you think about it, it's lost significance, it has lost some of that significance. The other thing is, too, if you think about even the holiday season, when people say eat, drink, and be merry, the subliminal messaging there, the marketing, the advertising is to overeat, overdrink, and overspend. Okay, and that's how we're sort of trapped into this. That's what I call a schema. The other concept is that I think is really important is what's your motivation level? Because if it's a 9 or 10, guess what? You're going to skip Thanksgiving if you need be. Now, I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't. I'm just saying if your motivation's a 10 and you're thinking it's going to totally derail you, you're going to just avoid it. I mean, it's 8 hours of one day, of one season of your life. And again, getting back to that concept is so that we can live a longer and healthier and happier life. So the other thing is, so I'm not saying to skip Thanksgiving. That's not what I'm saying. That's totally up to you, and it has nothing to do with me. But what I'm saying is assess your motivation and really think of where you're at and what your goals are for 2017. Now, for some of you that find that your motivation is not high to begin with, or 7 or 8, or maybe you don't have a lot to lose, there's a little bit less motivation because you're not facing health issues that you know of or whatnot. The one thing I want to reinforce is that regardless of what you do, don't break program. You can break fat burning, but don't break program. Program's your habits, and Thanksgiving's a great day to be on program. Eat breakfast, eat in 3 hours, eat throughout the day, throw some water in there, just bring some water with you, and you're doing program, you're doing your habits. Your habits are more important than what you're actually putting in your mouth, okay? I'm not encouraging you to break fat burning or discouraging you from it. That's really up to you. Assess your motivation and have a plan. You should have a plan regardless of whether or not you're going to break fat burning or you're going to stay in fat burning. Because if you don't prepare to be failed, okay? And so visualize the day for yourself. What am I eating in the morning? What time am I going to be getting or having people over? What time do I plan on going to bed? Whatever it may be, just have it visualized in your head. Know who's going to be there. Bring your water with you. Bring food with you. Have it all mapped out in your head. See it happening. And if you do, and if you're motivated, you'll get through the holiday. My wife started program 3 days, it was 6 years ago, 3 days before Thanksgiving. She hit fat burning on Thanksgiving. She stayed on program. So just practically, again, another practical tip, focus on what you can have, not what you can't have, okay? And remember your overall goals and purposes in 2017. And I can guarantee you that on Friday morning when you wake up, you're not going to think to yourself, oh, woe is me. I didn't have those starches. I didn't have the carbs, so therefore I had a horrible holiday. It's not going to happen. You're going to wake up Friday morning, you're going to feel great. Okay. If you did break fat burning, you don't wake up Friday morning, beat yourself up. You just move on from there and you give yourself that grace. But I do want people to really visualize how that day is going to look for them. You'll do a whole lot better. All right, I hope this helped. I try to keep this under 5 minutes. There's my timer. And everyone have a beautiful, healthy, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.